We're back at Great Stirrup Cay. We're getting into position. David and I are on Tinder 1, which could be called as early as 7 o'clock. We just don't really know. I'm really excited to try out my mermaid tail. See how it goes.
Good morning, darlings. I don't know if you can hear me that well, so I'm going to try to speak up. But we're on the very first tender out on the ship, about 7:30.
There she goes.
Really excited. Got my mermaid tail. I already got some looks and some questions, but I'm very excited to try it out. Again, I've never swam in a mermaid tail before, and I don't have a pool or anything to practice in, so this is kind of like a sink or swim moment.
They got lifeguards.
I know they can be dangerous, so I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to start shallow and work my way up to get used to the fin, get used to the monotail, and David's going to be there with me, so if there's going to be any problems, he'll be right there. I'm also a very strong swimmer myself, and I'm not swimming in like the open ocean. I'm just swimming in like, you know, little coves, little lagoons. The water will be really calm.
Whoa.
I know we're shaking a little this morning. You can see the ship behind us. You got Great Day Coco Cay over there with two giant mega ships.
There's got to be at least 10,000 people.
Yeah, there's like 10,000 people on the island. Great Stirrup Cay is right in front of us. Can't really see it, so there's no point to flip around and maybe like bother people.
And it's just a little harbor.
Yeah, we came over here to sit so we wouldn't bother anybody filming. But this tender boat is definitely much more full than when we were here a year ago during what some people call a COVID cruise. But this cruise is definitely like 90%, 98% full. This is a very full ship. You can tell a lot of kids too, but so far we're having a great time, and we will see you on the island. This is a familiar sight.
1 pound heavier, 1 year older.
So as soon as you come off the ship, just go straight follow the crowd. But when you finally see the beach in front of you, just follow the path. That's a hard left. Just follow the path around the lighthouse. Just keep going. You can see there's like a couple people starting to come this way.
Stirrup Cay Beach. We're the only ones that are going to see this.
Alright, we picked our little spot. We decided to go with the umbrella right here on the end with the bar right here behind us. This is kind of more where we hung out last time, but the chairs are just pushed so far back. We wanted to be a little closer to the water. But yeah, that's still a gorgeous spot though, with all those palm trees. There's one little canopy over there. There's no tables. It's just chairs, but it's still a great space with some palm trees. You really feel like you're like in the Caribbean. But we like the idea of having a little table this time and a little umbrella. A little umbrella. So the water is much rougher today than it was like this exact day 1 year ago. I don't know if you guys know, but last year we were supposed to board this ship December 11th. That was our sail date. And that was our sail date for this cruise as well. We didn't do that on purpose. We didn't even realize it till about a month ago when we were looking at some of our old stuff. And I was like, oh my God, we're sailing on the exact same day. So it's nice to compare, okay, that exact day in the Caribbean, what was the weather like then? What is it like now? And so here we are, and last time the water was like a lake. It was like glass. It was so calm and so smooth. And this year, it is definitely, it just feels like the ocean. Like these breakers out here, I feel like they're not doing much. You can see David's got my snorkel and he's out here snorkeling. We've been out here maybe 20-30 minutes and we're still the only ones out here. And I can see, you probably can't see in the camera, but way out there is like the swing for the water and like the main beach area for like party people. But it looks pretty empty right now still too. I think a lot of people that got off this early had excursions, because when we passed like the excursion, like everybody on our tender pretty much got into one of 2 excursion lines, and only like us and like maybe 3 or 4 other couples headed towards the beach, and you could tell it was people who had been here before that like knew their spot and wanted their spot. So I can see a couple people swinging on some swings and kind of hanging out, but like for like several hundred yards there's like nobody in either direction. Okay, we got some people. Some people showed up, so we're not alone anymore. But I'm actually hoping to kind of eat the same meal, like that fish sandwich I had, and that rum cake. Oh my goodness! I thought you're tripping on me. The water is cold when you first like get in, but if you just
really murky.
But it's, yeah, David said the water's murky, so it's not nearly as calm. It's just the sand's getting churned up because of how heavy the waves are. So it just goes to show, like, cherish every moment you have in a place, because you might not have that same experience again.
But we get to try again next week.
But we get to try again next week. So we'll be here next week again. We'll see if the water is significantly warmer or colder or rougher or calmer. But this was the easiest port to like swim in the tail. Sure, I could swim. I could like take it to St. Thomas, but I don't know how I feel about lugging it all the way through a city like that. And I don't have a like backpack to put the tail in. Those do exist, but they're kind of expensive, and I didn't buy one. And now I'm highly regretting it, because between the plane and stuffing it in a normal suitcase and then lugging it all the way out here, I'm like, man, I should have just spent like the $100-200 on the mermaid tail backpack. I know it sounds crazy and like white girl mermaid tail problems, but you know, that's my hobby, and it's kind of like that sound bite that's like, people say I'm obsessed with it, and it's okay, I am obsessed with it. It's not hurting anybody. So having the mermaid tail is something I've wanted for years. Like a lot of people that, you know, hear the call of the ocean, and for whatever reason mermaid stuff makes them feel happy, it makes them feel good and excited and different and unique. And so for all you mer people out there, you know, whether you have a tail or not, like, just enjoy it and don't let other people bullshit you about your hobbies because they don't understand it. You can't tell me that every little girl and lots of little boys played mermaid in the pool in the 80s and 90s, in the early 2000s, especially when The Little Mermaid came out. Like, everybody played mermaid in the pool. So, you know, you played Little Mermaid in the pool, and you did the George Washington hair flip where you had like George Washington hair. Yeah, so, you know, are you even a cool kid if you didn't play mermaid in the pool? I don't think so. Yeah, thanks.
They're sending a weight out.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but some poor soul is stuck on the zip line. They're like right there. And they're like pushing down weights and stuff to try to, like, I guess they didn't have enough speed. See if I can zoom in a little better on the cell phone. You see, we got some people starting to show up. It is, what time is it? It's 8:41. So in 1 hour, oh, here comes somebody. Woo! Get it! Yeah!
That is pretty cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's ziplining over the ocean. It's pretty cool.
See if he gets stuck.
David says there's someone snorkeling out here, but I don't see anybody.
I don't know where he went.
He's a mermaid. He disappeared. He returned to his people.
Snorkel mermaid.
Snorkel mermaid. Amphibian mermaid. I guess mermaids naturally are amphibians, wouldn't they? They can walk on land and water. Yeah, mermaids are amphibians.
Genre of mermaid.
I would think it would be mermaids are amphibians. That's what their scientific label is.
Okay. I don't know, because Ariel couldn't get on the land without...
Super magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of modern mermaids, like, oh, if you're dry.
What the hell is a modern mermaid?
Yeah, like modern TV shows.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean mermaid?
Or H2O. Or Splash.
Then there's also the Harry Potter mermaids. Those are not amphibians.
Those are not amphibians. Those are pure.
That's more modern.
They are fish.
So the more modern
They are
mermaid is not amphibious.
What about Aquaman? Is he a mermaid? Does Aquaman count as a mermaid?
Notice how it ends in man. He is a man.
Yeah, but there's like 5 different mer species in that movie.
Yeah, none of them are on land.
Leave a comment. Are mermaids amphibious or no? They're definitely not mammals.
They don't suckle their young.
I cannot tell if you can see this, and I'm sorry, but there is a huge line. There's an absolutely huge line over here because people are waiting, because every single person gets stuck out here. So something that should take 30 seconds is taking like a minute, 2 minutes to get these stuck people unstuck. I think a lot of people are, instead of going over the ocean, are starting to take this one over here to this platform and going down this way, just because they're tired of waiting. But yeah, like people are coming down to these instead in the opposite direction. They're coming down this way and then coming back towards the lighthouse. Yay! I would say zip at 8 a.m. if it's like something you really want to do and not wait in line and not waste your whole beach day. Zip as early as possible. It's worth getting up early if you want to zip over the ocean section. So if you continue down this path, you'll have all the cabanas in Silver Cove. There's the beach. There's amazing people wooing on the zip line. And we have seen about 24 people get stuck so far, so something's definitely wrong with that line. And it's a little bit of a wayfinding. Yeah. And then here's the taco truck. So the taco truck is still here. I'm very excited. Say hi! And you got the restrooms this way. And I don't think I showed the menu last time, but let's show it this time in case it's any different. You got the ceviche, which we tried and it was amazing last time. We got pulled pork sandwich, mahi-mahi fish sandwich, which is good. The Baja spiced chicken, and then rum cake and coconut fudge bars. So I think the menu is pretty much the same because I did have the rum cake and I had the fish sandwich. We had the ceviche and I think David had the chicken last time, so I think the menu's the same. And I get this mahi-mahi fish sandwich, so good. Rum cake, so good. Ceviche, so good. Can't go wrong. We're just making our way to the bathroom. I'll probably get some ceviche and bring it back to David. He's snorkeling right now. There's the bathroom over here. I think it's like a Silver Cove. I'm gonna throw my shoes on and go to the restroom. All right, so we went to the food truck. It took literally 10 seconds. It was so fast. There was a huge line at the barbecue place. And when I say huge, I mean like 10 people, because the food truck had like 2 people. You walk up, you give your order, bam, ceviche. 10 seconds later. You can wait 5 minutes in line for some barbecue, 10 seconds for some ceviche. First bite, just like last year. Our very first meal on the island was ceviche.
Way bigger octopus species. The octopus wasn't this big last time.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
We're about to find out.
Oh my god, look at that octopus. That was a huge octopus bite.
It just tastes like cilantro.
You see that octopus bite? Give me that octopus. Oh man, look at that octopus. It does feel kind of firm. An octopus is supposed to be kind of squishy. It's okay, it's good. It's supposed to be a little more tender, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. Alright, let's try a little bit of this. Oh, little tiny. No! Yeah, these chunks are really big this time around.
Yeah, I'm not.
I wish it was cut up a little more fine. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, oh my god, look how big this octopus is. But I wish
Too much of the flavor at once.
I wish it was a little more delicate,
Diced up.
a little more diced. Oh, that works, I guess. There we go. Okay. You need a big chip for like this giant octopus. It's like, oh, there's so much octopus. I wish there was almost a little bit more vegetable, like onions and maybe a little pineapple. But it does have like nice big chunks of meat. I mean, can't go wrong, it's delicious.
I think it's a little too much for me. I can eat that much of everything in
Yeah.
there, but it needs to be diced up more. Because you're not getting a blend. The whole point is a blend of the flavors, and you're not getting that.
This is definitely an octopus ceviche. It's not a fish ceviche. Either though there's a little bit of fish and there's a little bit of shrimp in here I can see. At least in ours right now, it is an octopus ceviche with like a little bit of everything else. It's good. I like it.
No, you
But
finish that one.
if this is your first exposure to like octopus, might want to start simpler. I don't know, you might love it. Maybe like, oh my god, look at this. Like, this is an octopus tentacle. This is an octopus tentacle. Look at that. There's like 10 of those in here. Like, Mr. Octopus gave his life for us. So I'm very thankful. It is cool. It is way less calm than last time. Oh my god, that was cool.
Moving water.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's cold. And it gets deep kind of fast. Okay, I'm gonna stand like wasted.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be
mermaid.
It's easier to take it off there or here?
Probably up there.
Okay. Can't believe I'm doing this.
I'm being abducted.
Yeah.
Someone help me. No! So strong.
Sometime later.
Alright, let's see if we can get this mermaid into that ocean. I'm gonna see if I unzip the monofin. Oh my goodness. The monofin opening. And if I slip my right foot out, if I can waddle penguin style to the ocean. Bets on if I can make it.
What's your left foot?
That's my left foot. All right. Right foot, left foot. Right foot, left foot. Right foot, left foot. We got this all by ourselves. Yay, we made it. Where we have like the no swimming, this little lifeguard's coming in and out. We had a couple moms, locals, look mom, there's a mermaid. And then I think I made one child cry. I'm pretty sure they were crying already. I'm not really sure where I'm going to pretend that child was already crying. But we had a couple people that were like, oh cool, mermaid. I'm only swimming in like 8 feet of water. But this is definitely a workout. But it feels fabulous. I feel like I'm becoming one with the ocean. Even if it's all in my head. But isn't that all that matters? And the water is so warm now. I'm so used to the water. It's like nice and warm. And it's December. It feels so perfect. It's not too warm, not too cold. Feels so nice. I just feel so at peace right now. And this seaweed tangled in my hair. So let's swim back and then we'll go shopping. So, swam for a while as a mermaid. I had a bunch of little kids screaming, "It's a mermaid, it's a mermaid," and "Oh, that's not a mermaid. Oh my God, it's a mermaid." So that was really fun. Got dressed, got some rum cake. We're gonna see if it's as good as last time. It doesn't look as rummy, but we'll see. We're gonna go shopping and try to find me some sunglasses and a little, you know, ornament for our Christmas tree, and call it a day. We have about an hour and a half till last call to the last tender. There's still a significant amount of people out here, considering it's a short day. It was like 7:30 to essentially 2:30 today. Lots of good food, lots of good alcohol. Definitely made use of our drink package today. I think we each had 3 to 4 drinks, and they were all just as delicious as we remember. But yeah, it really made my day to be swimming in that mermaid tail once the water calmed down. You can see now the water's a bit more calm than it was earlier. I'm just so happy that everything turned out, and it was super fun, and I had a bunch of little kids screaming about a mermaid being in the water, and one mom was telling this little girl, "That's the mermaid at Great Stirrup Cay," and I think that made my day, that maybe I'm now the mermaid at Great Stirrup Cay. I have to come every year in December, be the mermaid. So other mermaids out there, come to Great Stirrup Cay and keep the folklore alive. So the day started out a little nervous because the water was so rough, but it ended up being a great afternoon. And even though the ship's full, we still feel like we have plenty of privacy, and there were no long lines at the restroom or the bar or the restaurant, so it's a nice day. As we stand in line for the tender. Very nice there. Icy cold. Very nice. They've completely stuffed this tender. There's only standing room only on this tender. We are on the side of the boat.
Shark bait.
So
be good for fishing.